my friends, and welcome back to I'm Diabetic. Did you know that there are certain beans that can actually help lower your blood sugar numbers safely? Would you like to know which ones they are and how they could do this? And what happened to my blood sugar numbers after I put these beans to the test? Well, continue watching the video to find out. So, there's going to be six of these beans, and I'm going to provide you with a list of what they are. But before I do that, I'm going to tell you what the common ingredient and nutritional values are in all of them. They're the same. So this way I won't keep repeating myself over and over 6 times. So the common nutritional values in all of them is the following: iron, magnesium, potassium, and B12s, plus fiber. But not just any kind of fiber, a fiber that is a best friend for diabetics. So continue watching the video to find out which one it is. All right, now I'm going to provide you with the list. We'll start off with the first one. They're not in any kind of order. Here we go. The first one you're looking at, black beans. Half a cup on the glycemic index system is 15. Not too bad. But you also have to consider the serving size. Don't forget, serving size counts. Next, you're looking at pinto beans. The glycemic index is half a cup, 80. Be careful here because over 55 is considered dangerous on the glycemic index chart. But don't be too worried because they contain the special kind of fiber. Next, you're looking at chickpeas. Half a cup on the glycemic index is 10. Pretty good on this one. Next are kidney beans. Half a cup, 24. Followed by lentils. On the glycemic chart, half a cup, 50. Next are lima beans. Half a cup, 46. All right, so now is what you've been waiting for. I'm going to tell you what that secret ingredients is, which is found in these beans that will help lower your blood sugar numbers. But before I do that, I'm going to a commercial break. And when we come back, we'll get right to it. No, I'm just joking. It's not that kind of a channel. I'm not sponsored by anyone here. All right, so what is that secret remedy? Well, it is a fiber, and it's called soluble fiber. That's right, it's not just any kind of fiber. I know there's two of them. What the difference is? Well, in insoluble fiber, we eat it and it just goes through our body and right out the back way. It does not help diabetics with their issue. But with soluble fiber, well, this is a great buddy for diabetics. Why? I'll tell you. Because when we eat it, it becomes a gel-like substance in our intestines. And here's the clincher. When that happens, that acts like a dam. It slows down how quickly the sugar enters the bloodstream and spikes your blood sugar number. You must understand that everything we eat turns to sugar. Even the healthy foods with the low glycemic index numbers, those turn to sugar too. So be careful. And when there's too much sugar floating around in our bodies, well, it's stored in our bodies as fat and we become fat. But you're probably saying, well, I'm not diabetic. Why am I fat? Well, this could be one of the reasons if you're diabetic and not. We'll get to that in a minute. But now I'm going to tell you what happened to my blood sugar when I put it to the test. And here it goes. Too bad I can't show you using the blood sugar monitors and the actual number because I'm not sponsored by any company here and I can't do that. But anyway, I put them to the test. I ate them like separately without mixing any food with them. I know, I get it. It was kind of a smelly situation, ha ha, but nobody was around when I did this, so I gave it a shot. And I tested it 1 hour later. And you know what? The numbers did go down because I tested before to see what they were, and I tested an hour later. and they went down. I wish I could show you the monitor. But anyhow, now you're probably wondering why an hour later? We've been told 2 hours later. Well, my friends, it's true. Normally, if you're not type 2 diabetic and your pancreas is working fine, well, then you can test 2 hours later because by that time, your blood sugar is going to go down. But for us, for type 2 diabetic, our pancreas doesn't work too well. So it's going to take a while. And when this happens, our blood sugar spikes. Here's the trick. Now, when our blood sugar spikes, you can learn many things from there. For example, number one, how high your blood sugar goes. And you can incorporate that food in ways that it will not spike your blood sugar. And when this happens, the spike, well, there's a lot of sugar being stored in our body as fat, and we gain weight. So, my friends, that's it. If you're not diabetic and you're saying, well, you know what? Why am I getting weight? That's one good reason. All that sugar is stored in our body, and then, you know what? We gain weight. Plus, testing 1 hour later, you will know the kind of damage that's it's doing in internal bodies. That's right, because when your sugar has the spike after the hour, it's causing a lot of damage throughout our whole body. Now, you're not going to see it when you go get your blood work done in 3 months time or whenever you go. Your doctor is going to look at your blood sugar numbers when you're not diabetic, and they're going to say, well, they're good, but you do have these kind of issues. And they're not going to relate that to the spike. How did I learn about the spike? Well, my friends, like you already know, I've been a diabetic for over 20 years, and that's what this channel is all about. I learned a lot while being diabetic for 20 years, and I'm bringing to you everything that I learned on weekly videos. And this is just one thing that I learned from testing. Always test to find out what's going on with your food. So the spike is very important. Now, you know what? You're probably thinking, well, testing is very expensive. I can't always do it. Are there ways for you for me to tell you how to reduce the cost? Well, there are a few ways. Number one, go with the test strips that are the cheapest. That's right. How did I figure that out? Well, I gave them all a test and I realized the cheapest one do the same work. That's right. Also, here's another tip. Go to the pharmacy and look for the box, which is a yellow box with a butterfly. You'll see it right there, and you could point it, and the pharmacist will give it to you. And here's another tip. Just ask for the cheapest test strips, and they will provide you with that box monitor. So there are three tips that I just gave you to help you save some money. Now, I push testing on my channel a lot because testing has helped me get through 20 years of diabetes. That's right. And by testing, I learned a lot of things for myself. What did I learn? Which foods to remove from my diet, which super spiked my blood sugar. And what were they? Well, they were foods made from wheat, grains, oats, sugars, and starches. I know you're probably saying, but these wheats and brands and grains are supposed to be healthy for us. If we remove these, well, where do we get our nutritional values? Well, my friends, you could get them from plants. That's right, the exact same plants. Now, what happens here is that these the wheats, the grains are healthy the way Mother Nature gives them to us, from the ground up, not after man cuts them down and changes them into these foods that were problematic for me. Pasta, bread, potatoes, rice, quinoa, even the brown kind. In my case, they spiked my blood sugar super high and I had to remove them. Now, this was my case. I'm not saying that it's going to be the same for everybody. They're going to work in different ways for people's blood sugar numbers that spike. So the best way to find out how they work for you is by testing. And when, like I said, when you test these numbers and figure out how high they go, these foods, then you can incorporate them in ways that they won't spike your blood sugar numbers. I learned this too while being a diabetic. So, my friends, this is why testing is also very important. Plus, you should also add a little bit of exercise in your day. Any kind, whatever you could do, helps. Check with your doctor to make sure you could do any kind of exercise because we're all different and we all have different health issues. Also, my friends, on this channel, I just said I don't sponsor any company. It's just me. I am not a doctor. I'm not a specialist. I'm not a scientist. I am just a person that's had diabetes for 20 years and I've learned a lot of new things and old things while being a diabetic. So be careful where you get your information from. There's a lot of people on YouTube or any other outlets that take a health coach course and then they're become a specialist in anything and they don't understand diabetes as well as a person that's had it or your doctor. But check their credentials. If they are diabetic, well, then they know what they're talking about. And also, be careful because they try to sell you lotions, potions, and courses. I don't do that here. I just provide you with my experience, which is like work experience, right? So there are two people where you could get your information from your doctor and ask anybody that's been a diabetic for a long time because they know what works, what doesn't, and they know what you are going through. And become buddies with them and work together to help lower your blood sugar numbers. All right, my friends, that's it for this quick video. Hit the like button, keep sending me your comments, and keep sharing this video. And also subscribe to my channel so YouTube will let you know every time I put up a video. And if you'd like to know more about Anthony's diabetes story, hit the link below, Anthony's diabetes story, and watch an interview I did on another diabetes channel. All right, that's it for now. Don't forget, all carbs turn to sugar, and knowledge is power. All right, we'll see you soon.